Well, hello, EC family, and thanks for taking a couple of minutes to listen to my heart today. Hey, I wonder if this has happened to you. Have you ever gotten to your destination and not remember getting there? In other words, you leave home and drive to work, or you leave work and drive home. It's a route you've taken so many times, and you pull in the driveway or you pull in your parking spot at work, and you're like, I don't remember getting here. I don't remember the roads and the signs and the turns and the scenery. We call that being on automatic pilot. That's the opposite of mindful leadership, which, by the way, is the theme for our annual conference gathering in May. John is writing to a church friend, a leader, Gaius, in the churches in Asia, and he writes this, 3 John verse 2, "Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well." So we have good health physically, soul getting along well spiritually, but in the middle there he says that all may go well with you. And most commentators believe this is a phraseology about a journey, that your journey goes well. And the only way I know to make a journey go well is to be engaged in that journey, not to be on automatic pilot. Sometimes when we travel the same route over and over and over, it's another Sunday morning, it's another sermon, it's another board meeting, it's another Bible study, it's another pastoral visit. We can do these things on automatic pilot. But you know what happens when we do that? There's no power. From time to time, I find myself missing the most important thing. For instance, my morning routine after Jesus begins with coffee. And so I go down to the kitchen and I'll put the filter in and I'll grind my beans and I'll put the right amount of beans in and I'll get the water and I'll get everything set and I'll walk away anticipating that first cup of coffee in the morning. And then in a couple minutes I'll be like, I don't smell coffee. I don't hear the coffee maker gurgling. And I'll look over and realize, I didn't hit the power button. I went to all the trouble of putting in the filter and grinding the beans and getting the water and putting it all together, and I forgot to hit the power button. You see, mindful leadership is making sure we keep the main thing, and that's hitting the power button. Well, how do we do that? We get some good teaching about that from 2 Peter chapter 1, where he talks about a rhythm of life, a rule of life, building our own spiritual formation. This is what he writes. He writes in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3, "His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness. Through these he has given us his very great and precious promises, so that through them you may participate in the divine nature and escape the corruption of the world caused by evil desires. For this very reason, pay attention. Don't be an automatic pilot. Engage, be mindful. For this very reason, make every effort to add to your faith goodness, and to goodness knowledge, and to knowledge self-control, and to self-control perseverance, and to perseverance godliness." He goes on to say, "And to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness love. For if you possess these qualities in increasing measure, they will keep you from being ineffective and unproductive in your knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ." You won't be operating on automatic pilot. You'll be hitting the power button daily as you spend time alone with the Lord, with his word, in prayer, meditating on his word, journaling with his word. Pastors, our first priority is not to deliver another great sermon on Sunday. Our first priority isn't to fill the pews or to strengthen the finances of the church. Our first priority isn't to convince our leadership teams and our boards of a new initiative or a plan or a program. Our first priority isn't to solve the problems of the families and the individuals we're counseling or discipling. No, our first priority, your first priority, as Peter goes on to say, is to make your calling and election sure, to hit the power button, to be mindful, to be careful of operating on automatic pilot, to allow what God is doing inside of you to be that which overflows into everything you do. Sometimes you might find yourself pulling into the driveway, not remembering how you got there. And if you're there safe, that's fine. But can I encourage you, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a lay delegate, a church leader, a Christian, make sure that you're mindful about your own spiritual formation. Make sure you have a time and a place and a plan to be with God in His Word and allow His Word to be that power button that powers everything you do as a dad, as a mom, as a pastor, as a church leader, whatever God has called you to be and to do. And then, when you arrive at your destination, you can say, hey, it wasn't so much about the destination, it was about enjoying the journey. Thanks so much for all you do for the kingdom of Christ and, of course, for the EC Church. And until I see you again, just know that Carla and I continue to keep you in prayer, and we thank you for your prayers. God bless.